Hey, look, Keith, if Josh McDaniels says something, you better take it to the bank.
Oh, his word is strong as oak.
That's a trustworthy man.
Definitely.
When he says his kids aren't going anywhere.
You're not going anywhere.
I like Westwood.
Oh, yeah.
You take that to the bank.
Oh, yeah.
Because I can't think of anybody whose word is bond more than Josh McDaniels.
It's like Cush's dad and Jerry Maguire. I don't need to sign anything. You take my word for it.
We're 5 games in, and this guy's already like the next hot head coaching candidate. Like, where was that a planted question? I think that was Callahan.
Had to be.
All due respect, I like Andrew Callahan.
Sure.
A lot. Was that a planted question?
I spit out my coffee when I heard that. I was like, Josh McDaniels is going to get a job somewhere else? Are we high on drugs and alcohol? This guy's a 2-time failed head coach. He's not allowed in Denver or Vegas. They hate him so much.
Or Indianapolis, where he backed out of a job.
Indianapolis, right? He's like, hey, I'll be your coach. I'm going to hire a whole staff, and then I'm going to quit. Staff's still there. Hope you guys take the staff on. I'm going to take the job verbally and then back out and quit. He's been here 3 times. Where's he going? That was one of the reasons why they hired him back, I think, was Robert Kraft said, at least we don't have to worry about losing our offensive coordinator every year. We'll have this guy. He was so bad as a head coach in 2 spots. And also, you can throw in offensive coordinator with the Rams. So the Rams have had him. The Broncos have had him. The Raiders have had him. The Colts wanted him, but he backed out, which actually worked out well for the Colts, I would say.
It did.
I don't want to bash McDaniels because I think he has done a good job so far. But after 5 games of Drake Maye looking pretty good, to think that he is going to be at the top of the line at the head coaching carousel is wild. Cliff Kingsbury, who I also don't think is a great head coach, was a more successful head coach than Josh McDaniels and had a more successful season as an offensive coordinator with a new quarterback last year with Jaden Daniels. And was he at the top of the list for everybody? Was he a head coach? Did he leave? Did he go somewhere else?
No, he's back.
No. So Josh McDaniels isn't going anywhere. And, whether it was a planted question or not, I guess he was just being polite answering it. But, nobody's going to take him. I think he has a better chance of getting a job than Bill Belichick, but not by much. No. I feel like they're kind of in the same boat. McDaniels is in the right spot. How do we know? Because every time he's trying to do anything else, he's had to come back and do this job. This is the job that he does. He's good. He's fine.
He's fine.
He's fine. He's fine to good. Maybe Drake Maye is great, and maybe they're going to have some success. But if you're another team right now, there's no way. And teams are dumb. I'll give you that. Teams are dumb. But do you think the New York Jets are sitting there with Aaron Glenn as a disaster, or even the team they're playing this weekend, Saints, terrible team? Are they like, man, if we could pry Josh McDaniels away from New England, we'd be all set? That would be so dumb.
It would be dumb.
The Raiders threw a parade after they fired him. Every guy on the team was doing champagne celebrations when they fired him. He is not a head coach, and that's fine. Not every coordinator in the NFL needs to be a head coach. And I think he's a great example of that.
We're 5 games in. Has the offense even been good? I just did some of this, Keefe. And if my math is wrong, then my math is wrong. I just went through and tried to count rankings real quick. But if somebody out there wants to fact check me, go ahead. In yards per game, this is the Josh McDaniels offense, which on Sunday night wasn't really an offense. Lou Riddick and all the other McDaniels mafia out there, it wasn't really an offense. It was just Drake Maye dropping back, backyard playground football, pulling plays out of his ass, which was singularly brilliant. I'm not knocking Drake Maye for this.
Oh, we loved it. He and Diggs, it was great.
Just what was McDaniels' offense exactly in the second half of that game? In the first half, they stunk, and in the second half, it was Drake Maye running around making plays. But in yards per game, they're 16th, dead middle of the pack.
Yeah,
passing yards per game, they're better. They're top 10, tied for 7th. 241.4.
I think it's been pretty good.
Rushing yards.
They haven't run the ball well.
They're 27th.
Low. That's a low.
Points per game, which I think counts some special teams touchdowns.
It's just all overall points.
13th.
I got them 12th.
Okay.
But either way, maybe it's a tie.
25 a game, whatever.
I don't know, but it does either way. No, I think it's been. It's arrow pointing up.
You're right. They're tied for 12th with Kansas City. My mistake.
Oh, that must be.
So sorry, I knocked him a spot there. Tied for 12th.
No, but that's fine. But how many failed head coaches get a third go? I think a lot of them get a second
5 games
go.
in, they're a mediocre offense, and 5 games in, we're like, do you want to finish your career here, or are you gonna go somewhere else if you're a head coaching candidate?
Where's he going? Where's he going? Honestly, what team would take him? They're gonna be like, well, you must have learned from Denver, St. Louis, and Vegas, right?
Also,
and when you backed out of a job.
I know Josh has done this before. His second go-round, before he got the Raiders job, there was a story. Oh, who was the author? It was the exact same, almost word for word. It's like, well, no, I don't want to pick up my family and uproot them and move, and I love it here. And you know what? I learned from Denver. Yeah,
all these coaches lie. It's part of the job.
Get out of my face.
It's fine.
So I don't think anybody would give him the job. But just the audacity of the idea that he's been here 5 games. Drake Maye's really good.
No, but
and you have a mediocre so-so offense, and now you're the next head coaching candidate?
You are not.
Get out of my face.
Find me an example of a guy that failed in 2 jobs. Not a guy that was like okay in 2 jobs or good in one, bad in another, and then found a 3rd job. We always say, like, that first job is important. A lot of guys will take it even if it's a bad spot. And if you flame out, you might get a second chance. Unless you're so bad, right? Yeah. Like Matt Patricia, Joe Judge, they're not getting a second head coaching job. But like Josh McDaniels, like rehabilitated himself and then got a second job. And even then we're like, okay, like good luck, Vegas. And it didn't go well, and then he got fired in season. 3rd time's a charm doesn't really work. That's not really a thing after you've been as bad as you were twice.
Like Pete Carroll's had 3 NFL jobs where he was like leaving, going, but Pete Carroll also was,
won a Super Bowl.
Won a Super Bowl in the NFL. His in-between was spectacular in college.
Was an unbelievable college coach, and then won a Super Bowl with Seattle. So no, that doesn't count.
No, I'm just trying to think of even guys who like were ping-ponging around and different, like plenty of guys have had multiple NFL jobs but never left the NFL. Pete Carroll went to college, came back, was pushed out in Seattle, out for a year, came back, got a job. Like, I don't know how many
even
guys
the guy Bill wouldn't count between the Browns and the Jets, would he? Because he didn't.
Jets doesn't count. Jets doesn't count, and even Bill with the Browns is so much better than McDaniels at either spot he was at.
100%.
Right?
100%.
So, I'm looking at all the head coaches right now, and really it's a lot of first-time head coaches, or at least with their first team. They might be there for several years, but their first rip at it, like a Kyle Shanahan or like a Mike Tomlin.
Josh, I know there's going to be just an avalanche of offers for you.
There's not going to be any.
Are you going to finish your career with Drake Maye?
No.
In Westwood? Multiple people on the text line pointed out, by the way, Westwood, right downtown. Just like Cam Schlittler.
Yeah, and Schlittler.
I'm just right on the Boston Common, as multiple texters pointed out.
But I don't see him getting any offers, honestly. I guess the one thing maybe you could see is if Drake Maye has an awesome season, would there be somebody else that says, hey, could you convince yourself that he could be our offensive coordinator and get the most out of fill in the blank, like Cam Ward, or like, you know what I mean, like somebody like that, or like Shadur Sanders.
Yeah,
if it's maybe even that, I don't think it's happening.
Could you see him taking a college job? I mean, Bill got a college job. Do you think he could like?
There's so many. I mean, Bill O'Brien got a college job.
Not that North Carolina would hire someone from the Belichick tree.
Yeah.
But if Bill can get North Carolina, could McDaniels get a head coaching college job?
I think he could.
Yeah, me too.
But
that I think he could get. He's not getting an NFL.
But I don't know if he wants to. I feel like that opportunity probably would have already been out there for him. He probably could have done that even this year if he really wanted to. Because even if you're a bad NFL coach, there's only 32 jobs. There's 150 college jobs.
Could he get a high-profile college? I bet you're right. I bet college jobs were available to him this offseason.
He's not taking over, like, I don't think he's taking over, like, Penn State, which people are saying, like, that might be, like, the big marquee job that could be out there. But, like, a North Carolina equivalent, sure.
Like, he probably already could have had that.
Yeah, like, if UMass called, or if he called UMass and was like, I'm interested, they'd hire him today, I bet. You have the NFL pedigree. It didn't go great, but I think there is some appeal to it. But does he really want to do that? Plus, he just watched Bill do a horrible job down there. Maybe he's like, all right, maybe it's not as easy as it looks.
He was just answering a question he was asked. What's the big deal? Yeah, planted question is what I think.
I feel like the question was odd.
Yeah, 617. So you never know with the McDaniels Mafia. Like, you legit never know. That could have been Josh asking himself for all I know.
What do you think Vrabel's reaction was to that? I would love to have heard it.
Good point.
Like, Vrabel's like, they're like, hey, they just asked Josh if he's going to be like a head coach again. He's like, where?
Vrabel's like, he'll be lucky if I ask him back next year. I didn't even hire him in the first place.
Yeah, he's like, he might be available. Yeah, that is funny.
617-779-7937. Patriots Friday. You guys can discuss Josh McDaniels, the matchup with the Saints, the latest on Christian Gonzalez, who maybe or maybe not had a setback, might have been planned. Certainly that's what the Patriots are saying, that it was planned. Again, you can discuss there. We'll get to the Bruins coming up. Break up the Bruins, Keith.
Oh, my God. These guys are incredible.
They might actually be kind of...
I am very proud and pleased.
I am.
I think he speaks for all of us.
Yeah, I'm definitely
when we say
proud
that.
and pleased.